Let's begin with 10 News reporter Dana Rice at Midway and Rosecrans. Dana?
Well, Midway is back open right now, but earlier this morning, water covered the road, even came up over the sidewalk. You can see the water line where it stopped at the Pine Needles right here. Drivers who did try to come through here wound up in trouble. He was just trying to make it to work on time when this man found himself trapped. His car flooded up to the seats with water.
We were driving down here and there was a car stuck right there. I went to go around him and went the wrong way.
Lifeguards were able to push him to safety. The man who asked us not to use his name was one of 5 drivers who had to be rescued at the Rosecrans and Midway intersection alone. Even tow truck drivers struggled to get through.
They wouldn't come until the water subsided. So the lifeguards were my savior here.
Heavy rains at the peak of the morning commute forced police to close down sections of both roads. Some drivers waited hours for help. Others were lucky enough to get a towing company to come.
Crazy day. It's gonna be crazy day.
And the rain and all the trouble on the roads did delay some families who are headed to a very special celebration at the Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. We will have more on that coming up in the next 30 minutes. Reporting live from the Midway area, Dana Rice, 10 News.
Dana, thank you. The downpour also flooded businesses in Mission Beach. 10 News reporter Ariana Duarte live along Mission Boulevard with the damage there. Ariana?
Good morning, Bill, and the rain's been going on and off all morning long. Obviously, it's beginning to come down a little bit harder as we just started going live on air, and I want to show you kind of how bad of a problem this is. You can see the water's going a little bit above my boot there, but it was much higher earlier. Behind me, you can see how deep it gets over to that fire hydrant. And that's basically the area we were earlier where we talked to some businesses that got flooded out, including a coffee shop and a laundromat over there. Now, this area is obviously prone to flooding. The coastal flood advisory has been in effect all morning here. Also at Mission Bay, the Tijuana River Valley, and Mission Beach where we are. But it sounds like common sense. We've been talking to some officials because obviously there have been a lot of stalled cars that we've counted, at least 10 on our way to this live location, and that's because they're trying to make it through this water. You don't really realize how deep it is until you get right to it. So if the rule of thumb is if you see the street covered in water, do not cross it. This area where we are right now was actually completely covered about an hour ago. Now it's died down a little bit, but the rain's starting to pick up again, so we'll see you again in a half hour, and it might be a completely different scene. We're live this morning in Mission Beach. Ariana Duarte, 10 News.